Thanks for being with us this midweek. I'm Lauren Maloney. First at 6, after years of planning and prepping, Burlington city leaders say a generational transformation of Main Street is now just weeks away. Construction could start as soon as February 5th on what's being called the Great Streets Project, aimed at revitalizing downtown over the next few years. ABC 22's Matt Holderman spoke one-on-one with Mayor Moreau Weinberger about these plans today. And Matt, what did you learn?
Well, Lauren, this project excites the mayor so much that he actually told me off camera a few months ago to be on the lookout for this announcement. He says it's a plan he and others have been working on practically since he became mayor all the way back in 2012, and in his final few weeks in office, it will now get underway. Now, the Great Streets Project is a $30 million TIF-funded initiative and will add new bike lanes, wider sidewalks, and some artwork and greenery along Main Street. Ultimately, the mayor says it will more effectively utilize the roughly 100 feet from one side of Main Street to the other. It will, however, mean a slightly lower number of parking spots along Main Street. Instead of diagonal spaces like we have now, all spots will now be for parallel parking. It's a bit of a sacrifice to get the project done, but Weinberger says it's worth it.
Getting rid of the diagonal parking, but we still will have parallel parking on both sides of the street. That keeps the great majority of the parking there in place while freeing up the real estate, the city-owned real estate, to add bike lanes, protected bike lanes, to add really space for really healthy street trees so that we can have that kind of tree canopy that has such a positive impact on being in the downtown.
Again, construction on phase 1 of that project is set to start in just 12 days, and over the next few years, this could lead to some traffic. Weinberger says it will only be Monday through Friday, though, as they don't want to have a negative impact on weekend tourism. And while speaking with the mayor today, I also asked him about the homeless encampment in Battery Park, a topic he was unavailable to comment on last week. Now, about 2 weeks ago, people living in tents in Battery Park were handed flyers saying they had until 11 a.m. this past Friday to leave the park with all of their belongings or face legal action. A number of organizations in Burlington were made aware of that plan this past Thursday, which happened to be Homelessness Awareness Day, and that sparked some criticism of the timing of the city's plans. As of 4 p.m. this afternoon, there were still a few people with tents set up in the park, and Weinberger says they are still working to move those people out of the park and into shelters, even though virtually all shelters around the city have been at capacity for quite some time. He also suggests there was no ill intent behind the timing of this, as sheltering unhoused individuals is something they work to do year-round.
With respect to this particular encampment, we did delay the removal for some time because we were very concerned with what was going on right now, knew the level of pressure that there was not available shelter space, and so we waited until after the city had opened this new cold weather shelter on Winooski Avenue. It's not right to suggest that we are not working in as supportive a way as possible, and we're going to continue to do that.
You might remember last week we did hear reaction from other city leaders and state organizations who are being critical of it, like the American Civil Liberties Union. They maintain their stance, saying in part that these periodic sweeps remain both ineffective and inhumane, and they call on leaders like Weinberger to, quote, respect the rights and dignity of all our residents. Live in the newsroom, Matt Holderman, ABC 22 News.